The next stop on my tour of the Norfolk Broads spinning for pike is Salhouse Broad, and here it is. First off, Salhouse Broad is a very picturesque place, and it looks stunning on a bright summer's evening like this. As you can see, the boating season is starting to kick in, and out of frame around the sides of the Broad there are loads of boats, loads of people, loads of screaming kids, and loads of unruly dogs too. While setting up and getting everything ready, I had these two very rude tourists come and invade my swim for no reason. The Broad is huge, and there are loads of space available, yet these selfish and ignorant tourists decide to come and ruin my spot. Had I actually been fishing rather than setting up, I would have said something, but I'm still not impressed with them. I bought 4 different lures with me tonight, and these are 2 surface lures, being a popper and a jitterbug, and 2 diving crankbaits. The crankbaits aren't deep diving, which is crucial as Salhouse Broad is very shallow around the edges. I intend to start with a surface lure, and if I don't hook into anything, move on to one of the crankbaits. I thought I would start off with a popper, and this so happens to be the first time I've used it. As you can see, Salhouse Broad is large, and with no chance of getting caught up on the opposite bank, it's a case of whacking out the lure as far as possible and then bring it back in to try and tempt a pike. I was going to move on to using one of the crankbaits, but I thought I would stick with the surface lures and get the jitterbug out instead. The jitterbug is a light lure, and I can't cast it very far at all, which is no good. The pike could be around the edges of the Broad, and in the jitterbug's casting range, but I haven't seen any signs of any close-in pike. After the failure with the jitterbug, it was time to give the crankbait a try. The crankbait is heavier than the jitterbug but lighter than the popper, so it is more of a mid-distance lure. Even though this crankbait doesn't dive deep, I can still feel it banging the bottom of the Broad. I spent around an hour and a half fishing Salhouse Broad, and I didn't get a single knock, let alone a full-on take. The Broads are large and quite intimidating, and finding the pike is a mission. There are too many boats, too many people, too many kids, and too many dogs splashing around for my liking. I guess that's the problem with the Norfolk Broads this time of year, and it is only going to get busier as the summer moves on. Salhouse Broad is a lot quieter in the autumn and winter months, and I'm going to leave it until then to try spinning for the pike here. Rather than go to the touristy parts of the Norfolk Broads to spin for pike during the summer, I'm going to change tack and find some of the quieter rivers and backwaters of the Broads.